Hello, this is Chris537 with you from the Anarchy Underground, and today I'm going to show you how to configure CBase. This is a TAO version, or TAO, from overseas, and it's going to be using a swiftlink, one of these babies. And the same configuration will also work with one of these from Doppel, which is link 232. He sells them, I believe, for 35 bucks. So if you want to get CBase working with your lovely Commodore configuration, this will be the way to do it. We actually got a zip drive and a Rear Admiral Hard Drive hooked up. So that's kind of what I'm working with today to show you. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and reset the old computer and load up our configuration for CBase. We'll give it a 5 or 10 second power down. Load her back up. Now the program we're going to load is the configuration file, which we're just going to load it like that. I have my configuration file on LU0, which would be device 8 drive 0, and we're going to go to modem setup. On my BBS, I have it set up as a 9600 baud swiftlink. I've never been too successful with the 19.2, so we're going to work with the 9600 baud. I just use the defaults. I do hit yes for 300 baud callers, even though it don't matter. And the good old init string, we're just going to use what's on the screen, which is how I have mine set up, which I'm not sure how much it affects the BBS server, but that's just what I've always done. We're going to put the modem on the hook during local mode, so that way on our BBS server people can't try to call in while you're online. So we're going to save the configurations, and then it'll take care of that on your configuration file and bring it back to the ready prompt, which I just exited. But anyway, now we're going to go to the BBS server here, and this is pretty much how I got mine configuration set up on this computer. This specific one is a 2.6 gigahertz, I believe. We can take a look real quick. That way you guys know what I'm working with. It's a 2.4 gigahertz with 512 megs of RAM or something like that. I don't know. So I thought you guys might be interested in checking that out anyway, so you know what kind of computer we're working with today. On the BBS server, you should have an IP number right here and your IP address. Whatever telnet port that you want your BBS server to telnet on, and what COM port you're using, which today, and the way I got mine set up anyway, is on COM 1. So this seems to work pretty decent for my settings and for the stock stuff. Sorry for the screen flickerage going on there. That's just how the camera's going. See if we can get a little better exposure out of this. Give me just a moment. And then crank the old gain back up here. Alright, so at least you don't have a seizure while you're watching this. So anyway, like what I just did, I went to advanced. And my settings, I got it as 9600 baud. And I have it with the null modem cable. And my enable hardware flow control is checked. So next we're going to go to the connecting option, and I have my raised DTR checked, as you can see, and wait for BBS to send ATA for CBase, and it also sends a ring to the BBS when a telnet caller connects. And of course on your outbound connections, just the way I got it set up, it raises the RTS and the DTR on the outbound connection. Now the disconnection options, I have the disconnect if BBS drops DCD, got the DSR. It actually sends the +++ and ATH to exit. That's why you don't see it on my screen like you do some C-based BBSs. It actually will drop the connection at that point. I have auto disconnect if you're on for more than 255 minutes. That seems to be a decent default number, and at least it keeps your counter calling, so if you got a caller trying to reach your BBS, they can see how long that the caller's been busy for or online. Under disconnection actions, I have the send no carrier to BBS on disconnect, and it lowers the DTR as well through the swiftlink. Under diagnostics, if you want sounds, you can put sounds on there for connection and disconnection, and it also, the top two boxes are unchecked. So now I'm going to go to emulation. I do allow outbound calls because sometimes I will call from my BBS out, and then we will send the string to the BBS when telnet connects, and it's actually capitalized connect with a space 9600 baud. Under Hayes emulation, I have that checked to keep the COM port open, just like I had the other 2400 baud BBS system. And the other two, the lowercase and the disable +++ deal, is unchecked. But I noticed on Empire it might not hurt to have it checked on the 2400 baud version of C-base. You just have to do it the other way to where they'll have the stuff checked. So now we're resetted everything. We're going to go back to the BBS here and do us a reboot. Boot the BBS. Works a lot quicker on the hard drive, so I figure it'd be the best way to show you. It's loading a good old configuration file. Once you see the time prompt kick in, you will see the BBS CTS lights and DCD light kick on. So that's how you will kind of know it's working before you get it working. This is what time it is right at the moment. I don't want to lock my key lock, even though it does work if you're having a party or something. And system disk's already in since we're working with this lovely Rear Admiral Hard Drive. This is the 3.3.6 version that I am using for my Anarchy Underground BBS. There's a string that you've seen me put in as the default. It's loading the regular files, and away you go. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any problems, hit us up at anarchyunderground.zap2.org:23. Thanks for watching.